All right, folks. Well, welcome back to Rink B at McLaughlin Arena here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. This is game 2 of the Charlottetown Ball Carriers Night Summer ID Camp. And once again, it'll feature Team Gray on your left taking on Team Gold. And sounds like Luke Beck is doing a recognition here on the ice. Wish I had a microphone outside to be able to hear it, but unfortunately we just have one in our booth here. And it looks like former Knight Cam McLean's coming out for a recognition after completing a season with the Acadie Bathurst T10. Cam McLean, of course, a proud Charlottetown Knights and Charlottetown Pride alumnus, as you can see the two jerseys here. And there's Ben McDonald getting the photo all taken care of. Good to see Cam back on the island. Again, a solid rookie season up in Bathurst. Looking forward to seeing his continued development, and his development within this Knights program, certainly a testament to what Luke Beck and company are capable of. As it looks like we're just about set to go here, and it looks like it's going to be 23-minute periods instead of the 25 I've got on my board. So we'll go ahead and get that all changed up. And we're officially underway here. Tie up off the draw. Gray comes out with it. And it was a 6-2 win for Team Gray on Wednesday night, and our opener of this ID camp is gold / red / everybody else, I guess we can call them. Primarily gold, though. Make their way back the other way. And there's the first shot of the game. Nice stop. Now Gray headed back the other way. And that's Ross Campbell up with it. Returning Knight, potential Q draft prospect here in a few weeks' time. Quebec League draft going down on July 4th, at least the opening round is. Now Gold trying to make their way out. It's another returning Knight. I think that's Jonah McDonald. 31, if I recall from last game. Intercepted in the neutral zone there briefly by Gray. But now back to recover in their own end. And for Gray, it was Jude Campbell who did the majority of the damage, picking up a hat trick in the opener of this ID camp. And we'll see if he's able to keep it going as Nathan Campbell tried to get that one in. Now Gold handling it in their own zone. Gray trying to threaten here, but eventually Gold will come out with it. And they come across the line. And I will have more names for you as we go along, just getting all that sorted out roster-wise. It looks like the nets come off behind the Gray goaltender. And a nice check at the top of the Gray zone as Gold makes their way back in. And cutting there, nice stop from the Gray goaltender. And that was, I believe, Brett Arsenault with the opportunity. Certainly a returning Knight based on the helmet. Easy to pick those guys out. As Gray makes their way back into the zone. Possession fairly even so far. Obviously very early on in this one, just 2.5 minutes in. And now headed back the other way, Team Gray. Nice opportunity stopped. And now again, it's Gold headed back the other way, that being Arsenault with it. But unable to do anything with it that time around, as Gray is going to regroup in their own zone. And the breakout does find its intended target, but intercepted in the neutral zone. And then just flip back down. Held in behind the net, but then sent out to the blue line. Shot on goal. That one just tops wide. And it's Thomas McAdam, I'm being informed by Johnny McDougall, in goal here for Gray. Again held in at the blue line by Gold. Gold trying to establish something, but Gray gets it back, and they'll try and break out once more. And that pass up the middle didn't quite find its intended target. And now here comes Gold, headed back up the middle of the ice. And that one off the post. Looked like it had McAdam beat, just didn't beat the iron. Gold really amping things up here in the last minute or minute and a half. But nothing on the board yet, as we're just over 4 minutes into this opening period. And I don't think there's actually been a stoppage yet here, so things going relatively quickly as Gold dumps that one in. Or Gray, excuse me, dumps it in. Now here's McDonald. That one intercepted in the middle of the ice. Shot, scores! And we've seen that release a couple of times over the course of the late regular season, especially in the playoffs. Evan Nicholson making no mistake there, as he's going to make it 1-0 in favor of Gray. As long as I got the right side of the scoreboard, and I do. So Nicholson gets the scoring going here in this one. About 4.5 minutes in. And it looks like may have to turn down the heat a little bit, as I think that's Nicholson going in again. Or maybe that was Nathan Campbell. Again, I'll get everything sorted out here as we go. Centering pass, nobody home. And that breakout doesn't find anybody either, but icing waved off. And here goes Gray the other way, trying to build on the 1-goal lead. Gray still with it. I think the D were trying to change up there, but nobody was home at the blue line, as that one's going to go all the way down. But play continues. Just going to keep this door open a crack in the name of making sure we don't fog up here. And certainly, you know, Gold would love to turn up the heat on this one. Get an equalizer in relatively short order. And that one gloved down fairly seamlessly by McAdam. And he'll have the face-off come to his right. 17-18 to go in the opening period. One back by Gold. And that one sent into the corner. Another battle here in this corner, and Gray's going to come out with it. And Gold gets it back, but skating it back out into the neutral zone. And we'll try and set things up, as again, we'll try and get things a little bit clearer here. Should clear up in the next couple of minutes, as icing was waved off there. Now Gold coming out the middle, unable to get the shot off. And now that one sent on goal, intercepted. Gold still holding on. And that one sent on goal, but off a skate. Again, Gold applying some decent pressure here. Just hasn't translated to the scoreboard yet. Arsenault trying to change that as he sends that one wide. Actually, I may have had that wrong. I think Arsenault might be wearing 10 here, as that shot is stopped by McAdam. I think I had my 10s and 18s messed up. Oh, no, I did have it right. As we're getting our numbers all sorted out here as we go along. Gold keeps it in. Work down into the corner. Sent on goal, but nothing coming of it. And that one kept in at the point. But sent down into the corner. Gray gets it out. And now setting up with it is Lincoln Waugh. Another guy looking to hear his name called fairly early on in the upcoming QMJHL entry draft. And certainly a smooth operator out on the ice from the back end as that one's whistled down. 15-15 to go here in the opening period as we got a head contact penalty. Shots 8-2 early on in favor of Team Gold. But again, it's one of those two Gray shots that's found the back of the net courtesy of Evan Nicholson. And that's got Gray up 1-0. And Gray controls it off the draw. Work down low. Back to the point. Gray still trying to work with it. That shot blocked. And that one's going to get cleared. McAdam out to play it. And back for it is Andy Thompson. Another guy who's really improved his stock over the course of the season. As that one gets dumped down, Gray looking to start something up. 20 seconds left in this power play. And I should say it was Thatcher Hughes who went off for the hit to the head penalty there just a moment ago. Now Gold trying to get things started here. I think that was Alex Keown trying to clear. As we are back to 5-on-5 now. And now Gray tries to clear it. Here's Ross Campbell. Drop that pass. But again, nothing doing that time around. And now here comes Gold back the other way, looking for the answer. Tried to swing that to the middle for Jonah McDonald, but didn't quite get to him. Now McDonald with it again. Being pressured down low by Owen McPherson. And now McPherson up again. He's 12 in Gray from Mount Academy. McPherson with some open ice. Dropped that one back. And now worked across the blue line. That does come out, and it is offside. Just unable to hold it in at the line there was Harry Clemens. So 13:20 to go in this opening period. Again, shots still 8-2 in favor of Team Gold, but it's 1-0 Gray. And now here's Gold again pressing. And that was good body protection there from Jude Campbell. He with the hat trick last time around. And now Gray again finds itself in its own end. But now they make their way out. Cutting through the neutral zone. That shot just wide courtesy of... Where are we here? That was Ryan Dwyer being informed by Johnny Mack in my ear. Very much appreciating that. And now here comes Campbell through the middle of the ice. Campbell, nice move, shot! Stopped. Or perhaps fired a little bit wide. And now trying to skate that one out was Gold, but instead it's just going to hang up in the neutral zone. Left for Andy Thompson to move. Dropped back for Tweel. And kind of getting caught up in the referee there was Victor Steele, 17 in Gray. And now Gold turns it over in their own end, but nothing comes of it. Now Will Murphy tried to send that one forward, and he does. Derek Andrews here. McAdam with a little bit of an interesting handle on that, but he's eventually able to get it up to the defender. Now here's Tweel. Middle of the ice to Steele. Steele working his way around. Left for Tweel. Kept in. That was Finn Morris Knights AP from this season. And now Arsenault trying to get it out. Good pressure there from Tweel. He does get it out. And trying to reverse that one back in was Evan Nicholson. Yeah, Team Grey 13. Yep. And shot there from Arsenault, stopped by McAdam. Good job of being square to the target. And now loose puck. Here's Arsenault down the wing. Arsenault cuts to the middle. Can't quite get the shot off. Now Nathan Campbell couldn't get it out. Arsenault tried to go short side. A little high and wide. Campbell dishes off. That being Nathan in this case. We got all three of the Campbells from the 21-22 side playing in this one. So it looks like I'll have to get a little more specific as we go along, as Matt McLean sends it forward. And he gets it right back. Sent across, that was Keown pushing it up. McAdam out to play it. McAdam certainly busy in this first half of this game. And stopping up here is Gray. Specifically, that was Andy Thompson carrying it forward. And now here comes Gold. Centering pass. That was Hughes with the pass. That was intended for Brendan Murphy. Knight from last season. As Gray comes back the other way. Keown pressuring his man in the corner. Eventually gets out to the point. And into the skates of Clements, who got it down into the corner. Now Gray tries the wraparound, but that one gets stopped up by... Just need a... Didn't have a goaltender name there, but 9:28 to go in the opening half here. Shots 9-3 in favor of Gold. But again, it's Gray leading 1-0. Centering pass intercepted. Now coming back the other way is Jonah McDonald. McDonald tries to make the move on Clement, or no, not Clements, that's Eastern Express, not Clements that time around. Drew McDonald, nice way to kind of angle him off there right to the middle of the ice. Now McDonald. That one sent cross ice. Didn't find a home. And now coming forward once again is Gray. Now Gold back the other way. That was Connor Pierce sending it forward up to McDonald. McDonald on the short side, glove down by McAdam. As we're down to 8:36 remaining in this opening half. Again, just the 2 periods played in the ID camp games instead of the traditional 3. And the face-off will come to McAdam's right. Controlled by Gold behind the net. And held in along the blue line. McAdam made the initial stop. There was a rebound, but it got cleared out of there. And now here's Drew McDonald with it again. McDonald's cross-ice pass initially tipped, but it did eventually find its target in the form of Justin Hughes. And now Hughes trying to cut to the middle. Loose puck. And somehow that one doesn't go. Harper was there in front. Now Gold back the other way. Centering pass intercepted. Now here comes Hughes. Big body presence. Angled off. Holds onto it behind the net. Centering pass. That was Tweel with the shot. And he'll get it back. Or so I thought. Instead, that was McQuillan trying to send it around. That one sent on goal. Nice stop. And now here comes Team Gold once again. Through the middle of the ice. Even the reference on the red jersey. That was Griff, so I should know these guys maybe a little bit better. Obviously, I'm a little bit more behind the camera as opposed to seeing what's going on, but Griffin Center scores! That one I can see because there was a Shaw on the name tag, so I did have that one. And Shaw's got that goal. 6:57 to go here in the opening period, and it seems like Gold's persistence finally paid off. Here's we're leveled off at 1. And Gold is coming up. But now Gray trying to kind of settle things down here a little bit. Puck comes out to center ice. Shaw trying to advance it. But instead it was Tweel who picked it up for Gray. Gray trying to advance it again, only able to get it out to center ice. Will Murphy there for it. And that was Murphy battling Campbell here for it. Good positioning there from Will Murphy, the Prince County Warrior. And now here's Andrews with it, or at least he did have it. And now I believe that was Andrews with it again. Now Waugh. Back to Andrews.
Perry and Thatcher.
And Clements is able to cut Thatcher Hughes off to get to that puck. And Campbell pushes his man up against the boards. Now it'll come across. Morris trying to show a bit of mobility in the neutral zone. Matt McLean with it here now. Still kind of working his way back from injury, but looked good in the first game. And now Hughes centering pass. Couldn't quite find Arsenault with it.
Eddie Doyle.
And Doyle unable to handle that one at the blue line.
Jacob Denemy.
Glove down by... I thought it was going to be Denom, but I'm hearing Denemy is the pronunciation. And that one off the side of the net. McAdam able to freeze that one. As I think I kind of froze the clock here a little bit, as we've actually got 5:05 to go in this opening half.
Arsenault and Nicholson on the draw.
And a couple of teammates from last season, Arsenault and Nicholson, squared off on that draw. McLean keeps it in. Left for Arsenault. And that one's chipped out. And McLean gloves it down.
Eddie Doyle.
Doyle with it. Sent forward, but that pass for Arsenault didn't connect.
Walsh is yellow jersey there.
And now coming back the other way, here is Gray.
Evan.
Dished off to Nicholson. Nicholson still with it. Surveying his options in the corner. Nicholson will get it back off the drop pass.
Campbell. Ross. Mason
And
Cook.
now Mason Cook with it. Ross Campbell just continued the cycle there. Gets it back. And now spinning past Nicholson off the skate. But it stays out.
Denemy.
Denemy with it. Dishes it off.
Cook.
Cook drops to Campbell. He fires that one on. Stopped.
Justin Hughes.
Justin Hughes with it. Hughes gets it back. Nice pass there from McPherson. Couldn't quite get that one to go. Now Jonah McDonald headed back the other way.
Brendan Murphy is 16.
And he's got Murphy with him.
Connor Pierce.
Now Pierce with it.
Aiden Diamond. And Ryan Harper.
And Harper sends that one back to Diamond.
Back to Cook.
Over to Cook. He goes off the glass with it, but held down by Pierce. And you got a few guys in here. Good thing we don't have the social distancing regulations here anymore.
Murnahan.
As Carson Murnahan sent that one cross ice.
Aiden Diamond.
Diamond with it. Centering pass blocked off by Pierce, but Gray's going to get it out. Another cross ice pass here to Harper. Harper with the shot. Stopped. It's up in the air.
Rogan Chesoff battling.
And that was Chase on battling down low. Net just slightly off here and still.
Justin Hughes.
And I don't. And yeah, I'm hearing that it was in fact a goal there. So the goal scoring play, Hughes from Harper and Dwyer at, well, what I'm seeing on the board is 459. I had 256 on mine, so we'll see what kind of catch up we have to do. Either way, we know it's 2-1 Gray.
Jackson Batchelder, underager.
And underage player Jackson Batchelder had it there behind the net, and now coming out the other way here is Jude Campbell. Campbell certainly with a head of steam, pushes his man down. And a battle ensues there in the corner. Justin Hughes in there for Gray. Batchelder with the shot. McAdam stopped. And that's going to get blown dead. 4:31 left to go here in this opening half.
Yellow jersey at center is Bray Johnston. And on the left wing, gold is Jack Dwyer. You already know the Gray line right now.
And here comes Gray again. McGuigan up to Steele. Steele with it, tried to find McGuigan. Couldn't quite connect on the return that time around. And Tweel unable to get a handle on it, but he's able to get it with a little help from Steele. And Johnston pushing his man. And winding up Andy Thompson, that one just wide. That one off the side of the net from McGuigan. Johnston tries to clear, intercepted by Clements. Clements walks in, stopped. And so that brings us down to 3:51 on the in-arena clock. We'll start ours here once again once everything matches up. Face-off coming to the left of the gold goaltender. And it's going to be Keown and Tweel here on the draw. Tweel advances it, but he's cut off by Waugh. Steele with it. Sends it down low to Tweel. Tried to find McGuigan on the centering pass, but nothing doing. Steele pushed off the puck.
Jordan Shaw.
And now here's Shaw, the goal scorer here for gold. Griffin cuts to the middle of the ice. Tries to get the shot off. Good defensive pressure there to get back. Now Griffin back to the point. Murphy. That one sent wide. Shot from Waugh. Hits a body. And it's going to get sent down the ice. And it's going to be icing. 3:11 to go on the in-arena clock here in this opening period, half, whatever you want to call it.
Gray's line is 3 is Aiden Salvaggio, 31 is Jordan Jennings-Hughes, Nathan Campbell's at center, Drew McDonald's on the wall, and Finn Morris is the other D. That's Drew.
And Gray controls the draw. McDonald sent it around the net. Flipped out. And Arsenault loses the handle on it. Will Murphy back for it. And now back for that is Morris. And now we can get our clock back. Rowan Walsh couldn't quite get that one as far as he wanted to, as Arsenault just continue that one down. And that one's going to go for icing, I do believe, as we'll tick our clock down to 2:43 in this opening period. Face-off coming to the right of the gold goaltender. Shots 14-7 here for gold in this opening portion of the game. But again, the bigger number is the one that matters. Here's McLean chips that one up. Kept in by McDonald. That one off a skate. Now here's Arsenault. Brett Arsenault, dangerous anytime he touches the puck. And he worked his way around Nathan Campbell, now trying to cut to the middle. Cut off by McDonald. Drew McDonald looking awfully good in this first period of game 2 of this ID camp. And McLean equally looking good as he's got the puck back across to Doyle. That shot gets into McAdam, and he'll stop that one. 2:05 to go now in the opening frame. The face-off will come to his left.
Gray, Deer, Denemy, and Diamond. Denemy's the 14 here. And gold is Thatcher Hughes at center. Murnahan in orange. Jonah on right. And you know the D already.
And McAdam just gloved that one off the draw. Now McDonald with it. That one sent around. And that was Thatcher Hughes trying to center it. Another centering pass, but instead Ross Campbell intercepts. Campbell up the middle of the ice. Dished off. That was Nicholson trying to send it down. As we got a penalty coming here. And it's to Gray. Another head contact penalty. And it looks like it's Ross Campbell headed off. So, Gold headed to the power play here. Minute 34 to go in the opening frame. Face-off will come to McAdams' left. And Gray controls it off the draw. They're able to get it out, but only to Pierce. And now trying to control it there in the neutral zone was McDonald, eventually poked away. And now cross ice, Murnahan going for it. But instead, Gray will reverse that one back. Here's Pierce. Connor Pierce will set things up behind his own net. Half the power play gone. Up to McDonald. Jonah McDonald through the middle of the ice. Cuts through, and he's erased there. I think that may have been Clements, which that wouldn't be entirely a shock, as we're into the final minute of this opening half or period. Now here's McDonald. Pushed around to the outside by Clements, centering pass. Nobody knows where it is, but the refs know it's not in the back of the net at least. Or I stand immediately corrected. It does appear that somehow went. So, 42 and a half seconds to go. And once again, we've got ourselves a tie game. And so it'll be a power play goal here for Team Gold as Campbell leaves the box. Back to five-a-side hockey here. Again, 42 and a half seconds left. And here's Clements. Sent forward, but kept in here by Gold. And Gold again maintaining solid pressure here, keeping it in the zone. And that one gets reversed. Now Gray gets it out. They may have a shot here. But good job there from the defender to cut that one off. That was McQuillan getting back. Now centering pass. Couldn't quite get that one to go. 5 seconds left. Maybe one more opportunity here as Murphy comes through the middle of the ice. And he does not get the shot off in time. So, an eventful opening period in the books, as we are all level at 2 between teams Gray and Gold. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes to bring you the second period of this one. And yeah, I'm going to go quiet for that time. So, as I say, stay with us on the other side. All right, folks, welcome back for the second half of this afternoon's 2022 summer ID camp for the Charlottetown Bull Carriers Knights. And it's 2-2 going into the second half of this matchup. Goaltenders will get switched up here as well. Thomas McAdam turned in a solid opening half for Team Gray, but he's going to give way to Evan Weeks this time around, while it's going to be Brandon Murray in goal for Team Gold, relieving Max Clark. And we're just waiting for the clock to tick down here. And we'll pretty well be ready to go. Final couple shots on goal here for warm-up purposes, and then we'll be back underway. And it looks like Griffin and McDonald will be among the starters here in the second half for Team Gold. And let's just see what the rest of the bench looks like here. Looks like it's all returning Knights here in the form of Griffin, McDonald, and Campbell for Gold. And it looks like it'll be Waugh and Murphy on the back end here for Team Gold. Meanwhile, for Gray, it'll be Ross Campbell, along with a couple more returning Knights here as we get back underway in the form of Evan Nicholson. And didn't quite catch the third, but I can tell you that Gold's made their way in. McDonald shot that one off of Clements. Now McDonald back the other way. McDonald, the Quebec Remparts prospect. And now Gray able to push it out. Campbell sends that one forward to McDonald. McDonald watched around the outside by Clements. And Clements certainly another solid product of the development system here for the Knights. Got up into a game or two for Acadie Bathurst after getting drafted last summer. And the Knights have potentially as many as 5 who could get drafted here to the queue on July 4th, or at least beginning July 4th. And you've got one of them on the ice here who's got the puck right now in the form of Ross Campbell. He works his way up the middle. Campbell gets it back, but couldn't quite get the shot off. Nice stop there from Murray. McDonald drops that one off to Arsenault, who got into a few games with the Charlottetown Islanders this season, and certainly will look to be part of their organizational future once this run to potentially a President's Cup finishes up. They're in Game 5 here, starting in about 20 minutes' time, as Tweel sends that one forward. But nice defensive play there to get back. That was... Gotta find 4 here. Did not quite see a 4. I'll get that a little bit later, hopefully. And it looks like the second period wound up at 25 minutes instead of the 23 I had initially predicted. And so my clock that you're seeing on the stream, it's 2 minutes ahead of what you're seeing on the in-arena clock here as Steele pushes his way forward. Pressured by Pierce. Now Pierce gets it away. Can't quite clear though as Tweel gets it. And that one sent across. Shot coming in from Morris. That one goes wide. And that one will go out of play here. 22-29 will be the time remaining here in the second. Tie up off the draw. And that one tipped. Nice job by Murray to see that one in. And so we'll try it all over again, face-off wise, only with a few less seconds on the clock. Gray again wins the draw. Sent down into the corner. I do not have a 7 on my roster, so hopefully, again, I'll be able to get those names here, but I can tell you this is Shaw making his way up. Shaw with the shot, he scores! Jordan Shaw, that's his second of the game. And I think there may have actually been 2 pucks in that net as that one got by Weeks up high. And Gold's got themselves their first lead of the game. It's 3-2, 22:05 remaining here in the second. Shots 18-11 in favor of Gold. And now they've got the lead to back it up. Shaw looking for more. However, that pass wound up behind Thatcher Hughes. Now trying to cut through the middle there was Harper, but he loses it. Ryan Harper, certainly a versatile player for the Bulk Carrier Knights in the 21-22 season. And Harper's going to position himself in front as Clements couldn't quite get that one centered. Nice push off the puck there from McLean, taking his man down. And now it gets out to Clements. That one off the skate of McLean. And he's going to push Harper off the puck. Bouncing around in front. And now it's into the far corner. Shaw tries to chip it forward. But instead, this is Justin Hughes with it. Cutting into the middle. Big body. Couldn't quite get it by Murray. Clements keeps it in. Good pressure here from Gray. But Murray up to the task that time around. Again, square into the chest. 20:48 to go. In this second period. Team Gold just taking a 3-2 lead here a moment ago. Jordan Shaw with his second of the game. And now Gold looking for the equalizer. It's Jordan Hughes with it, or Jennings Hughes, I believe. And now that one worked down into the corner. Jennings Hughes. Nathan Campbell with it. Campbell certainly a reliable forward for the 21-22 Knights coming up. And now he's got the puck again, but he loses that one. Only to push it back down into the corner. McQuillan. Sent across. Here's Carson Murnahan. Unable to get it out. And that one kept in that time around by Diamond. Now here's Griffin. Goes cross ice. Over to Murnahan. Sends that one on goal. Weeks there to stop it. And so we're down to 19:46 left here in this second period, or second half. The faceoff will come to Weeks' right. And tied up off the draw, but McDonald controls it in the corner. Swung back, cut into the middle. Not able to get a full shot on that was Campbell. That being Jude Campbell in this case. Now here's Gray back the other way. McPherson. Pressured by McDonald. He gets it back. And that was Denemy with the shot, but unable to get that one through the sea of bodies. Now here's Waugh. Pokes that one forward. Here's Campbell up to McDonald. Tried to drop it back to Jude Campbell. Instead, Waugh there on the pinch sends it into the corner. And now that was McDonald and Nicholson coming together, a couple of teammates from last season. And Nicholson among that group that I mentioned earlier of 5 potential QMJHL draftees. As that one makes its way through the middle of the ice. Here's Waugh, another one of those Q hopefuls. And a little bit of a miscommunication there. But Campbell had that one poked away by Ross Campbell. And now up the middle of the ice is Owen McPherson. He comes in. Nice stop there from Murray. Brandon Murray looking pretty confident here in the gold net. He's been right on target essentially, or square to the shooters, I should say. And those fundamentals, always a good recipe for success, especially at this level, as Tweel tries to cut in, but his shot gets blocked. And that one comes out. McDonald tries to send it in, that being Drew McDonald. Now Pierce behind his own net. Connor Pierce tries to kick it up to himself, but he's cut off by Steele. And that one gets reversed. Gold tries to clear, and they get it that time around. And still threatening here is Team Gold. But now Gray with it. Here's Tweel. Working his way up the middle, loses the puck, but it remains onside. Now Pierce pushing his man up against the boards. And that one's going to come out into the neutral zone. Swung around by McGuigan. Down back into the gold zone. And they've still got it. Pierce has been out here for a little bit now. Unable to clear again. Sent right back down into the corner. And Gold still unable to clear as Arsenault couldn't get a handle on that. And it looks like we got a stoppage in play. And the ensuing faceoff will come just outside the Gold zone. 16:49 to go now in the second. Gold controls it. Here's Matt McLean. Swung that one down. And that one just out of the reach of Harper. Now here's McLean again. Up the middle of the ice, here's Murphy. Brandon Murphy, an impressive player here, really took a big step last season with the Knights after his initial U18 season in Kensington. And now through the middle of the ice, here's Murphy. Murphy's shot stopped by Weeks. And trying to push that one forward for Gold was Thatcher Hughes, but he couldn't find the opening. Now that one's sent back down. Here's Gray. Harper loses the handle on it, just kind of rolled off the heel. And that looked like it was about 2.5 feet offside, but didn't get the call that time around as Gray threatens here. And cutting to the middle of the ice there with that attempt was, again, 6, another number I didn't have, but I can tell you again that Murray was solid in the Gold net. Face-off coming to his right, 15:35 remaining in the second. The non-Gray team controls it off the draw. Griffin with the centering pass to Shaw. Shaw with 2 in this game already. That one screams wide. And that one rolls off the stick here. And coming through the middle of the ice was Jennings Hughes. But he loses it, and now Griffin will try and wind up. Carson Griffin, another guy who's going to potentially wind up in a solid spot here in the upcoming Q draft. And comes out to Clements. Clements gets it back. Swung around. And Gold doing a little bit better to maintain pressure here in the zone. And Nicholson trying to make his way to the net, but is instead kept to the perimeter. Solid defending there from the underager, Jackson Batchelder. Now Shaw gloves it down. He's got Griffin with him. Sends it up the boards, but good awareness there from Nicholson to cut that one off. Kind of an underrated part of Evan Nichols' game is that defensive ability. And that's something that should only grow as he progresses within Luke Beck's system. One guy who's got the defensive side certainly in a better state is Lincoln Waugh as he makes his way down. And that one snapped in, stopped by Weeks. 13:59 left here in the second. And again, just the 2 periods in this one. Gray controls it off the draw. Nice stretch pass there, finds Campbell. Has that one poked away. Now Jonah McDonald trying to come back the other way. And once Jonah McDonald got healthy after some injuries in the early part of the season, he became an integral part of this Knights side. And certainly one of the veteran leaders they'll count on in the 22-23 season as well. Meanwhile, Ross Campbell pushed up on the boards. Big stop there from Murray. Had the opportunity right on the doorstep, did Nicholson. But now here's Campbell back the other way. Working his way through. Scores! Jude Campbell. End to end. And that's going to extend Gold's lead here. It's now 4-2. I know Beau Ford called him the Jude train for the physicality in his rookie season. But hey, once those legs get going, Jude's effectively a freight train, and he's hard to stop, especially when he gets that kind of momentum in the neutral zone. Just kind of sliced and diced his way through everybody. Would not be surprised to see him get at least a bit of an extended look in Rimouski next season, as that one goes for icing. As we're down to an even 13 minutes to go in the second. But another guy there in talking about early season injuries, Jude Campbell was another guy who was kind of affected by similar ailments. But again, once he got his stride last season, turned into a very effective player once again here for this Knights squad. As they got within a sniff of getting to the TELUS Cup, but just fell short at Atlantics over in Newfoundland. I know Coach Beck and company will look to take another step here, as trying to step into that one was the Gold attacker. But that one got backhanded up into the netting. So we're pretty well at the halfway point here of this second half, 12:30 to go. Matter of fact, that is halfway. As McGuigan and Murnahan battle for it, a couple of Eastern Express guys. And certainly Eastern Express has been a considerable foundation of the Knights program over the last couple of years. Corey Parsons running a solid program down there. That being former next door neighbor Corey Parsons. So if you're watching, shout out to you, sir. Now the non-Grays back the other way. And they get the blue line. Pierce pinching a bit on the rush, but instead it's going to be Gray headed back the other way. Thompson got it out as far as center ice, but now Gold regrouping. Now here's Harper. Murphy couldn't quite get the handle on that as he tried to backpedal as Tweel sends it back to Drew McDonald. Here's Andy Thompson. Loses the handle on that. Now Thatcher Hughes tries to go short side, that one off the side of the net. And they score! And not sure if that was Keown or I think that was Eddie Doyle on the pinch. And that's going to make it 5-2 in favor of the guys who aren't in gray. And it is just 5-2. I just pushed a wrong button there. And now centering pass there from Justin Hughes doesn't find the target. Now Gold headed back the other way. Thatcher Hughes cuts to the middle. Weeks able to steer that one aside. Now coming up the other way here is Justin Hughes for Gray. Centering pass doesn't quite find its target. Harper was certainly in on the action. Now Justin Hughes. Pushed up against the boards by Murphy. Swung out. Thatcher Hughes will intercept. A little bit of room to move, but he loses the puck. And trying to grab that one on the attempted pinch there was 6 in Gray, who again, I don't have the accompanying name to go with. But now Gray's got it again. Hughes pushed off that puck, and now here's Shaw back the other way. Pressured by Clemens. Unable to get that one on goal. A little bit of a corkscrew there sends Shaw into the corner, and it sends Gray back the other way. And cutting through the middle of the ice there, again, 31. I don't have that name right in front of me in Gray. But Nathan Campbell finishing his check there. And good job on the back pedal there from Nicholson to get back, as that one will go offside. And actually, I may have had that name wrong a little bit earlier. We'll just have to see what's going on. Again, trying to do a little bit of everything here, so apologies if things are just a little bit off. Haven't really said it much, but I am effectively a one-man show here today, as Nathan Campbell tried to be a one-man show there. And missing on the ensuing check there was Campbell. But he gets bailed out, as Andy Thompson was able to scramble back for it. And Thompson, he's sort of the final one of those 5 QMJHL draft eligibles from last year's Knights squad. 14 with the Black Pants. There are a couple of 14s here on Team Gray. And now Campbell pokes that one forward. That being Nathan Campbell. Now here's Waugh. Lincoln Waugh with a bit of room to move through the neutral zone. Waugh with it. Works his way around. He scores! Lincoln Waugh. What a goal there. End to end. And that's the kind of skill set that should have folks at the next level absolutely salivating over this talent, as that's going to make it 6-2. 8.5 to go. So that's a couple of end-to-end goals we've seen from the non-Gray side in this second half. And they're just letting, like, Team Gray, it just seems like they're letting them build that speed up. And Jude Campbell, Lincoln Waugh, they've made them pay. And now they're looking for more here. Andrews tried to redirect it, and eventually he does get it down into the corner. Drew McDonald back for it, pressured by Murnahan. Now Ross Campbell tries to get it out. Gets a handle on it. Campbell through the middle of the ice. Tried to poke that one forward, but didn't find a home. And now this is Arsenault. Tried to find Murnahan. But instead, Team Everything Except Gray still has it. That was Murphy on the cycle. Will Murphy, that is. And now Ross Campbell with it. Again, Ross Campbell turned in a really solid rookie season here for the Knights. A couple of OT winners. Memorably won in Bathurst at the fall showcase for the NBPEI Major U18 Hockey League. And that OT winner effectively kickstarted the Knights' 13-game win streak that they had through the kind of middle part of the regular season. And Ross Campbell, the Surrey product, certainly a key contributor to that and would be expected to be a key contributor moving forward as that shot goes high. And Pierce with the pinch is able to keep it in. Jonah McDonald there for support. Now Tweel trying to skate it around, but instead it's going to be picked up by Victor Steele. Steele back the other way. He's got McGuigan with him. Steele tried to find McGuigan there in the middle, but Brandon Murray once again up to the task. Shots 27-20 in favor of Team Gold in this period. Or overall, I should say. They were 17-8, I believe, after the first. As the faceoff will come to the left of Murray. Now here's Pierce. Again, another AP for the Knights last year. Got up for a couple of games. That one's going to go all the way down the ice. And we'll stop the clock. 5:53 to go. And once again, faceoff will come to Brandon Murray's right. And Gray able to keep it in, but for about half a second as that one's sent forward. Thompson pushes his man off the puck, but he's not going to get away with it. That's going to be a boarding call with 5:41 to go. That'll send Gold to the power play. Andy Thompson trying to step up and finish the check. Just the timing a little bit off. And Gold wins the draw. McLean walks the line. And kept in. Gold threatening again. Trying to send that one on net was Thatcher Hughes, but instead Justin Hughes sends it back the other way. As we're down to 42 seconds left on the power play. McLean with it. And sent cross ice. And back for it is Eddie Doyle. Doyle leaves that one. And now Gold working their way up the middle of the ice. That one just out of the reach of, I guess that'd be Matt McLean, 21 in Gold. It jumped up a little bit in the rush as Murray handles the puck. Thatcher Hughes back for it. Hughes, the Mount Academy product. Few Mount Academy guys out here, and we saw a number of Mount Academy players out in the session right before us as well. And as McLean holds that one in, we're back to 5 aside now with 4.5 to go in this second period. Team Gray flips it out. McLean back for it. He's going to be pressured by Nathan Campbell. But McLean looking pretty composed back there again. Effectively missed about 90% of the 21-22 campaign. Was an AP in the 2021 season, whatever that happened to look like. The season, I mean. Now here's Shaw. He'll just dump it down. Weeks out to play it. Now Drew McDonald. Up off the netting. And that'll take us down to 3:57 to go in this game. Face-off will come to the left of Evan Weeks. Gold controls it. That shot gets through. Griffin tries to get it off the back boards, but nothing doing there. Kept in by the defender, Batchelder. And now Gold goes cross ice. Nicholson with a bit of a jab at it, but nothing doing that time. And now back for it is Finn Morris. He's got a little bit of room to move. And is certainly a mobile defender. Played for a few different teams last season, including, again, a couple of AP games with the Knights. Now Morris with it again. He'll just dump that one down and head off. And in for it is Ross Campbell. Pressured by Batchelder. Eventually loses it to Shaw. Now here's Shaw with it again. Shaw gains center ice and he'll go off for a change. Now here's Clements. Sends that one forward. And trying to push that one up was Nicholson. But instead it gets to Waugh behind his own net. 2.5 to go in this one. As Arsenault gets pushed into the boards from behind by Ross Campbell. Just kind of finishing the check there as much as anything else. As Murnahan centers. Couldn't quite get Arsenault with that. But now Arsenault still has it in the middle of the ice. Good pressure there from Steele on the back check. And eventually that's going to lead to Tweel getting it. And pushing forward with it is Caden McGuigan, another former Knights AP. Now Tweel couldn't get the pass off, but he gets the puck back. Tweel over to Clements, shot off the post. Solid little bit of pressure there from Team Gray. Again, Harry Clements, that shot just a hair off from making this one a 6-3 game. The Steele flips it forward. Harper just sends that one on goal. And Murray covers it up. And we're down to $1.25 remaining in this one. Shots 28-21 in favor of team everyone that's not Gray. So the faceoff will come to Murray's right. Pushed forward off the draw by Gray. Now McDonald gets it out, though. Jonah McDonald. Jude Campbell. Centering pass finds Jonah McDonald. Tried to go tic-tac-toe there with Andrews. But nothing doing there. Jude Campbell still with it as we're down to the final minute of this one. Tried to go cross ice to Pierce. But instead Gray comes back out the other way. Losing an edge there for Gray again was 6th. The name I didn't have attached to it. And now headed back the other way, Justin Hughes. Hughes with the nice outside in. Gets it out to the point. And yeah, I'm just realizing now that Gray had a couple of 13s, so I did have Evan Nicholson right as a 13, but there's a Mount 13 here as well. As Jude Campbell heads back the other way, 15 seconds to go. That one just out of Andrews' reach, but back to Pierce. Sent on goal, bouncing puck. And that one will get swung around. Justin Hughes with it. He sends it up, and that is going to do it. So this one ends as another 6-2 win, this time in favor of Team Gold. And certainly a lot of impressive skill on display on both sides in this one. And again, that's 2 games in the books. 1 to go here, and that's going to be this coming Friday, June 17th. At 4:30 p.m., we'll be streaming that one as well. And it's going to be right here on the B side of McLaughlin Arena. And so to those who joined us here on this afternoon's stream, we thank you so much for doing so, and we thank you for your support of the Charlottetown Bulk Carriers Knights. My name's Jordy Carraher. Hopefully we'll get Luke Much back this coming Friday. But for now, we'll go ahead and sign off, and again, go Knights, go.